Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Gourmet Gagee. Today we're going to make what I call Chrusciki, some people call them Chrusciki, depending upon what nationality you are. So they will take, in here I have 4 cups of flour and a teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of canned milk. It's going to take a teaspoon of vanilla, 2 sticks or half a pound of butter, and 4 egg yolks. Now I will, by hand, I'll mix the butter with the flour and the salt. And then I'll beat the egg yolks and mix them add them into the canned milk, and then we'll pour that in there, and and the vanilla. And then I'll cut them into 4 pieces, and I'll roll them out, and then I'll cut strips, and then in each strip I'll cut a side again, and then I'll cut a strip in the middle and pull them through. Some people call them angel wings. So here we go. It's mixing the butter and the flour and salt together. Okay, now that the butter, flour, and salt are mixed, I'm going to beat these eggs a little bit and put them into the canned milk, and then I'll add them to the mixture over here. I'll also put in a teaspoonful of vanilla. Okay, now I'll add my vanilla. And now I'll pour it in here. Years ago, I was doing this with my aunt, and we used an electric mixer. And we gave it to someone, and they said, "Oh, you put coconut in it." It wasn't coconut, it was pieces of plastic. But nobody died. Now, as soon as this is all together and all smooth, you can actually break it in half. It helps a lot. And once this is all together, I'll cut it in 4, and I'll roll it out, and I'll cut strips straight up and down, and then sideways, and then I'll put a slit in the middle and just pull it out like that. It'll look like an angel wing. So there's one. Now work on the other one. But I will put these together and cut them in 4. Also, I'm 81 years old, and I'm strong. And you know why I'm strong? This kind of thing. Okay, these are fairly even. It doesn't matter if they're not, because you'll just get maybe more out of one batch than another. But what I will do is I'll cut them in half, and I'll wrap them in saran wrap, and then I'll roll them out and I'll fry them. Okay, now I'm going to put some flour on the countertop and roll this over, and I'll roll it out, and I'll show you how I cut it. It's almost like rolling noodles. Okay, now I'll cut those. Okay, so here we go. Then you take it like that, and you put it in, and you pull it through, and then you fry them. You can fry them in any kind of a frying pan. I happen to have an electric one, but take a little piece and put it in, and when you see it floating right away up to the top, it's ready. Okay, now the temperature has reached 375, so now I'm going to put them in one at a time. You can see how they're starting to bubble right away. Now you can easily cut this recipe in half. Now after a little bit, you turn them over. You don't want them to burn, but you want them to get done on both sides. See how quickly they're getting done? So you can, if you have an electric frying pan, fry them anywhere between 350 and 375. And again, if you don't, you put them in. If they start to get brown, you turn it over and they're done. When they cool down, then you sprinkle them with powdered sugar. And I'll tell you another story. I was making these at home, and I had a huge Tupperware bowl full. And my husband and my uncle were there, and my husband came in and he took the bowl, and within a few minutes, it was empty. I thought they were going to take a couple. They ate the whole bowl full. Okay. Okay, and now I add some powdered sugar on them. They're still warm, which is kind of good because it sort of melts in, and they're done. Hi. Well, we're finished. This is just one bowl of the ones that are fried and powdered sugar. The entire recipe makes about 120, so you can easily cut it in half. But what you really do need is 2 people to work. One to roll them and cut them, and one to fry them, because otherwise you're running back and forth and maybe they're burning or whatever. So remember, you have to have a helper. And that's it for today. Thanks for cooking with Gourmet Gagee, and have a great day.